Hello, I am Granniopteryx and this is a box of salt. Now, there are many people who say that a certain type of immigrant from certain cultures that have attitudes which appear to be incompatible with those of contemporary Europe will, for that reason, never assimilate or integrate into our societies, and that they'll never take on our patterns of thinking or acting, and for those reasons such people should not be allowed to settle in Europe in any great quantity. This is a matter for serious discussion, and we do need to decide upon our priorities here. I have recently, though, become quite hopeful. Yeah, really. And that's because I've noticed, well, who has not, what's going on in France. It suddenly occurred to me, the riots, the burning and the mayhem there. Well, it's made me realise that immigrants can assimilate very well into European societies, and I'll prove it to you. Consider, you see, in France, people, by all accounts of a certain sort, are rioting in the streets and burning cars and destroying Parisian society. Now, look at French history. You see, is it not a continuous cycle of revolution and disruption? Of course it is. The French Revolution wasn't the only time that there were rioters on the barricades, you know. So rioting and mayhem is actually as French as a croissant. All right, now contrast that with what's been happening in Britain. You see, British people tend not to burn down cities. No. Our cultural response to any sort of social movement has to do with what happens behind the curtains of suburban homes. When groups of a certain type of person take to violating young girls, they did it or they have done it, or they are doing it in the discreet privacy of their homes and the apartments over their shops. Remember, Napoleon did observe that Britain was a nation of shopkeepers. All the great movements of social change in Britain have taken place in places of, well, they started in places of worship and they proceeded in the drawing rooms of what you might call middle-class people, and shop owners and self-employed taxi drivers. Well, they are middle class, are they not? Hang on, I need some more of this. And we must always remember that whatever these people of a certain type did, well, they did it with the full cooperation of our wonderful British police force, didn't they? Now, if that isn't an example of integration, what is? So, you see, ladies and gentlemen, that is definitive proof that immigrants both to France and to Britain can adapt very well to the culture of our respective societies. Now, excuse me, I need a little more. You may make the observation that these people have made the mistake of integrating themselves into the worst aspects of the aforementioned societies. But the important thing is that they have integrated. It's a start, isn't it? Well, there you are. Now we can all be very happy. And I am Granniopteryx. I'm on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute and Minds, and I'm on Twitter and Gab, where I let you know when I've uploaded a new video. All the links are in the description, as are links to donation sites. If you don't want to do any of that stuff, click like, share this video and subscribe to my channel. Remember, YouTube sometimes drops subscriptions, so just check that one out. And until next time. More salt, anyone? why not treat yourself or a favoured relative or friend to these magnificent examples of merch? The mugs and t-shirts come in the granniopteryx design or Granbo with a firearm or the more deadly knitting needles. Go to www.granniopteryx.com and whatever platform you're watching this on, please click like, subscribe and share.